best angle for this thing, but hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Tequila, and I'm very tired. I'm a very tired mom. Okay. I usually have a lot more animation to me, but I'm tired. And I want to talk about a couple of things while I bake some brownies for my man for Valentine's Day. Okay. You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm a little bit slow right now. But my baby is asleep. My toddler is asleep. My man is at work and should be getting off pretty soon. I'm going to be looking at my notes every now and then so that you guys can hear me, hopefully. If you do the playback of this video, maybe you can chime in the comments on some of the things that I discussed. I'm Tequila. You can call me T for short. So yeah, let's get into it. Right? So I think that my kitchen talk, that's what I'm going to start calling it. Kitchen talk or kitchen tea talk. I don't know yet. It's called Love, Effort, and Stuff We Don't Admit, right? So I'm making these brownies, right? I'm making these brownies for one, because my man and I, we love snacks. And for two, maybe I should have just got my earplugs. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on a second. Hi guys, good evening. If you are on the East Coast, if you are anywhere else, I can't tell you what the heck, but we're making some brownies tonight as we're having some conversation. Let's have some conversation over brownies. And when I say conversations, I mean we're going to have some real life conversations about motherhood, about love, get into the groove of it. I haven't started making the brownies yet. I know it's a little bit late, but I wanted to make my man some brownies so by the time he got home from work, he can have a little snack, a little treat. I'm gonna be looking at my notes every now and then, so you gotta bear with me. The millennial in me just has to be organized, at least to some extent, even at this late night, and it's almost 11 p.m. So I don't know if you guys can see, I got some stuff for the brownie mix. Don't be on here saying crazy stuff, because I'm not a chef, I'm not any of that, but I am someone who loves her family, who cooks for her family, who bakes for her family. It is what it is. I got this Betty Crocker mix because I'm not doing nothing from scratch. The love is in this box. The love is in this box right here. It says that we need you're going to be making this with me. Don't think you're not. You're making this with me. We're going to have 2 tablespoons of water. We're going to have a half a cup of vegetable oil. I didn't get my water yet, though. We're going to use this. We're just going to use this bottle of water. go ahead and get my little measuring cups because I ain't get that yet. Oh, no, I did get the half cup, what you call it. I'm gonna get the little measuring spoon. And we got two, it says 2 eggs, but if you want it to be like cake-like brownies, use 3. So I got 3 because I like a little cakeish, you know what I mean? So let's just jump into it because it's not gonna take me long to put these in the oven. But it's gonna take me some time for it to come out, and I think based on the pan size that I have here, which is 13 by 9 from what I know, we put it on 350, which is already preheated, for 21 to 24 minutes, which is not a lot of time. So I feel like we could kind of chat a little bit in between that time, and if you feel like you want to chime in, go ahead and put that in the comments. I love interaction. I love talking to people. I don't like feeling like I'm talking to myself, but I do it because sometimes I do talk to myself in the mirror and stuff like that, and to myself. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. All right. Don't mind my kitchen. This is real life motherhood. I don't know how some mothers do the aesthetics and make everything perfect. I'm not that mom. You would never come to my page and I have everything all together and perfectly laid out and perfectly set up and perfectly this and never. Because in real life, nobody's living like that. Who's truly living like that? Let's be real, for real. And I ain't even hating on them, but like it's just too much, it's too much, it's too much, it's too much, and that's the life that we're in right now. This is the secret ingredient that I just learned. I learned that you put pure vanilla extract in your brownie batch to make it taste like if you guys are tuning in, be sure to like this video so that we can push it out more and so that we can get more moms to interact. Some moms really do need interaction and really need community because they don't have it around them. And I would tell you, for me, as someone who's a fire sign, and for 2, who's a mom of a teenage boy and a toddler girl, and for 3, a stay-at-home mom, and for 4, an artist, all of that mixed into one is a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna go ahead and make these brownies. And if you guys are interacting, I will respond as long as it's respectful and as long as it's like worthy of response. I will do that. So let's jump into it. All right, let's jump into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is why I'm even making brownies at 11 p.m. at night. Why? 4K white. Why are you doing this, baby? Shouldn't I be asleep? Don't toddlers be getting up at any time of the night and doing what they want to do? Yes, they do. They do. You know, and I'm extremely tired. However, one of the things we can't forget is how to show up for our partner. Right? We can get caught up in work. We can get caught up in being a parent. We can get caught up in being anything to others. But if we're not being that for our partner, then what is the point? I mean, can we just say that? And happy early Valentine's Day, because you guys are going to be spending it with me, I guess. No, I'm not going to be on here that long. I'm lying. I'm not going to be on here that long. I'm lying. Because I got to go to sleep. I am so tired. I just want to make these delicious, love-filled brownies for my man. All right. So we got the brownie mix all up in yonder, as you can see. If you've never made brownies before from the box, this is how it looks. It looks all, clumpy and stuff. So we need the cake mix. We need, what else I said, y'all? What else did I say, y'all? Y'all got to keep up with me because I'm half asleep. Hopefully these joints come out right, because if I'm doing all this and they turned out burnt or something, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to be so mad. I stayed there just to make burnt brownies. All right, let's see. It says to put your mix, your water. Okay, I need 2 tablespoons of water, right? And I'm just going to go ahead and mix that in with that fork and smash it in so it won't be like real clumpy. All right. I know. We got particles in our water. I know. But You know, we gotta do what we gotta do. That's one. And that's two. I always wonder why brownies only require a certain amount of water. It always confused me. What did I just do at the top? Oh, okay. So let's dive back into it because I'm attempting to do like talk about these topics while I'm making the brownies. Okay. Why am I making the brownies in the first place? I'm making the brownies because I wanted to show my man that he deserves to have something sweet too. He deserves to be cared about too. He deserves to be loved on too. And I think that sometimes we forget because people make it like Valentine's is just for women. No, it's not. Y'all, how many tablespoons said of oil? Oh, it said a half a cup. My bad. I might do that all wrong. I'm glad I looked at it. Just gonna dump that in there like that. Like so. Go ahead and do the little splish splash of the oil. That's a lot of damn oil. Jeez, golly. Why is it so much oil? I don't even use vegetable oil like that. I use avocado oil. I use olive oil. That's a lot of damn oil. Okay. Anyway. So I put 2 tablespoons of water. I put the half a cup of vegetable oil. Now we're gonna put the eggs. It says 2 eggs, but if you want it cakeish like, you gotta put 3. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. So I think that one of the things about my man and I, and we're not perfect. Trust me, we go through our own issues. Is that we find little ways to show that we care about each other. So for me, I like to cook for my man because for one, I just love to make sure he's eating. And for two, I just like to, I'm from the South. I'm from Miami, Florida. So one of the things that we do down there is to make sure like we are giving hospitality to the tea for tequila. We are giving hospitality in the form of a meal because what better way to love on someone than with a meal? Okay. All right, I put those ingredients. So let's see. Okay, blend it well, and then we're gonna put it in this pan in this pan, I already pre-sprayed it. I use like this like non-stick cooking spray. You can use this or you can just butter your pan. I started out with buttering my pan, but I was like, why? I don't know. I just felt like using this. But hopefully it works. You can tell me otherwise if you made it differently. But I'm going to use that for now. So, yeah, it's 11 p.m. at night. I think. 10:56. 11 p.m. at night. And the reason why I'm making these brownies is for my man. So when he gets off work late tonight, he'll have something to snack on aside from eating that he can enjoy. Okay, so anyway, some of the funny relationship quirks that I was talking about, I like to surprise him with little things like this because he feels thought about. When you have like certain things that you remember from childhood and you feel like nobody thought about you or something like that, it kind of hits you. And I can remember moments like that in my life where I felt like nobody thought about me or didn't think about me long enough to do certain things for me or to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just want somebody to feel loved on. And I know that my man loves to eat. And when we first met, that was one of the ways that the things that attracted him to me, I guess, is because I considered him when I saw that he was not eating enough. So I decided to feed him because that's the Southern Belle in me. All right. But anyway, I'm over here ranting and telling you guys things about myself and why I'm making the brownies, but I didn't ask you how you are doing tonight and whether you guys are even celebrating Valentine's. Do you even celebrate Valentine's? Do you celebrate Valentine's Day with the person that you love? With your girls, with your guys? Do you with your kids? Do you even celebrate Valentine's Day? For me, I used to be a big like romantic as far as I wanted to have the whole shebang for Valentine's Day. But I've never had anyone to do like a whole big thing for me. I think I've had like somebody do like a spa day, like a facial for me. Um, and for me to get like my hands or something done. I think that was the most. But I don't think I've had a full blown like let's go all out how they do on social media these days, which is kind of dramatic. But I'm not gonna lie and say that I wouldn't enjoy that either. Let's be real. Can we just be real for a second? As a mom, as somebody who's a romantic, I wouldn't mind like receiving that as well. However, I'm realistic and I know my man, and he's not gonna do all of that. he not gonna do he not gonna do all that. Babe, you watching? I already know. But yeah, so I just put that vanilla extract in there. That's gonna be on point. So I used to want to have like these Disney character moments. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite. It's my favorite cartoon Disney movie, and I used to want that big like fairy tale Valentine's Day. But I'm like, that shit ain't real. Like, why they be selling us? They be selling us these stories, but that's not real. It gotta be in somebody's. First of all, somebody got to be trained to do that because people don't. If you've never seen that in real life, nobody be catered to in that way in real life. Like another man catering to a woman in that way, you won't know what to do. And then the second thing is, it's a lot of money to be spoiling somebody like that. Well, I'm not. It don't have to be that expensive, but I'm saying like depending on the level of expensive you want to go to, it can be expensive. And it's only for one day. So like, do I really want that stuff for one day? I mean, because for me, like, let's say for instance, if you got balloons, like red balloons, red is my favorite color. But if you got like red heart balloons and stuff, that's going to be sitting there for the whole month because I'm going to let it look like Valentine's Day in here for the whole month. For example, I don't know if y'all can see, but my Christmas tree is still there. Why is it still there? Because it's red. It's red, which means I could still celebrate it on Valentine's Day, which used to be my favorite holiday. I mean, it still kind of is, but not as much as before. If you know anything about Valentine's Day, that thing does not have a good background. It was bloodshed on Valentine's Day. Let's be real. If you don't know anything about it, go research it. That's what the red color really stands for. But I just used to like going to all the stores and stuff and seeing all the flowers and seeing all the pink and the reds and the whites. And just really enjoying that. Let me just whip this up real quick because I'm taking all damn day. Okay, so this should be done because I've been whipping this up for a little bit. Do you like to stick your hand on the side of the bowl to taste it? I'm a big kid. I'm just saying. All right, so when I bake something in particular, I mean, when I make food in general, but when I bake something, it's about the effort. So if my man is like, he don't like it, which he never really says he don't like stuff. He's just like, oh, it was okay. I always tell him like on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it? Because it's deeper than just, I ain't like it. It's more so like the level of likeness. And that tells me whether to make it again or whether to not make it again. That's just for me and how I like to process things. And he'll tell me, like, hopefully he'll tell me straight up. I hope he be telling me straight up. Nah, for the most part, he be telling me straight up. So, in this case, oh my gosh, I think this pan is too big. I should have probably used a smaller one. Because these brownies about to be thin as hell. So for me, it's about the effort. So I'm hoping that he acknowledges the fact that I put the effort in as opposed to it's good or bad, right? Because whether it's good or bad, I just want you to acknowledge the fact that I took the time to do it. For example, tonight at 11 p.m. when I'm tired and I prefer to be in my bed while the baby is sleeping. I just want to know that you appreciate my effort. That I put the time in to make these for you. That's all. I'm very like, you know, I'm sorry you didn't like it, but do you at least appreciate the fact that I did it? You know? So yeah, so it's about the effort. So Um, so I think the question should be, what counts as effort to you? Especially being, if you're a mom, especially being a mom, because like it hits different. It hits differently when you're a mom, right? It hits differently. Like I could say what effort was to me when I was like not a mom to a toddler. Even though I got a teenage son, but that it was different. It was a different time and place and age. But what counts as effort to you? Like, is cooking effort or love? Is paying the bills love? Is emotional presence love? Like, what is love to you? Hold on. I don't know why I feel like I want to put some more vanilla extract in there because I only put like half a teaspoon probably. All right, let me move this back and kind of. Sorry, y'all get my whole thing. It's late. I'm sleepy. It is what it is. I'm about to put this in the oven. I got it on 350. We got to put it on 21 to 24 minutes. I'm hoping that it turns out right, because if not, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Um, so so while that cooks, which I think it said, let me just put the cooking time on. I'm gonna be messing it up. 21 to 24 minutes. Let's do 21 just in case. Which means I'll be up for another 21 minutes. Lord have mercy. 30 minutes, really. I'm so sleepy. Um, so yeah, I think it depends on what equates as effort to you. Is it your person cooking for you? Is it your person paying the bills? Is it your person being emotionally present? Is it your person doing some type of acts of service? Is it, you know what I'm saying? You have to determine your level of effort and how that fulfills you, and then you communicate that with the person that you're with and spending your life with. For me, I think like when my man, acts of service is my love language these days. Right, it used to be words of affirmation. That's coming in second place now. But acts of service, when you just do things to help me get things off my plate, it matters to me because it gives me one less thing to do. And if I have that one less thing to do, then I could do you. Just just throwing it out there. It's real. And I think most moms feel that way, but many moms are afraid to say that because it requires vulnerability for one, and we're already vulnerable, so we won't actually say that. And I think a lot of women aren't as straightforward as they think they are, but that's a whole different life. Um. So anyway, that was the second one. The second one was what counts as effort. The third one is love language in real life, right? Love language in real life that leads into what I was just saying as far as like my love language being acts of service. The fact that I'm making brownies right now for my man at late 11 p.m. after 11 p.m. because it gets off late today, um, means that I'm loving on him in my way that I normally like to receive love, but his love language is physical touch. It's not acts of service. So I'm really kind of doing this for myself in a sense because this is how I would like and prefer to be loved on. However, I know that he also likes to eat and he likes snacks. So I'm pretty sure when he gets off and he sees that I got the brownies made for him and it's set up a certain way on the table along with the other thing that I got for him for Valentine's Day, it's gonna make him smile. So I just want him to smile. You know what I'm saying? Like these are hard times these days, and if you could just smile for a moment, that matters to me. You know what I mean? So love language in real life, like, do they change over time? Do they change over time? Because For me, words of affirmation used to be my love language. Like you tell me something, you give me a compliment, you tell me you love me, you tell me you miss me, you tell me something like you're proud of me. Those things used to be my love language. Like I felt the most cared about. However, as I got older, acts of service became primary because it's not about what you say, especially as somebody who's a writer. It's not about what you say, it's about what you do. It's about your actions. And so I felt the most and feel the most loved when my man is helping me in some type of way, whether that's like, I don't know, just getting our baby and watching her while I take some time for myself, or him bringing me a bottle of wine because he know I love it so that I don't have to go to the store. Like anything, fixing something around the house that he knows I've been, struggling with and need fixed. Those are acts of service, and that's my love language. You took the time to do it. That I feel the most love. You know what I'm saying? So, if you are just tuning in, I know I look tired as hell, but I'm up making brownies for my man for Valentine's Day because that's what you do when you love somebody. That's what I do anyway. Um, when the last time you had brownies too? When was the last time you had some homemade brownies? Let's jump to that too. Let's ask that question. Um, it's not necessarily homemade because it's still boxed, but you get the drift. All right. So the other thing is, what if your love languages don't match? What if your love languages don't match? Like, if I'm doing this because my love language is acts of service and his is physical touch, what do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? You have to know how to maneuver through that and how to still keep the connection with the different love languages. You see what I'm saying? So I think that could be intricate because I think most people love people from their own love language. Like right now, acts of service, I'm making him something. That's my love language, right? But him getting home and all of that stuff, and me just coming to rub on his back or his shoulders or something like that. That's his love language. You see what I'm saying? So I think it just all depends. That's what happens when you have a toddler. You gotta be listening out. You're always on. You're always on. Um. So the other thing is, once you become a parent, once you become a mom, like, is the experience different? I'm thinking even now for myself, like, especially with my love language being acts of service, is it different? Like, do I receive love differently? You have to ask yourself this too, especially this is real life motherhood. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you go to that top right hand corner and subscribe, and also to like this video so that it can be pushed out to more moms, right? But let me just give y'all some examples. So I got 5 examples here. Moms experience love differently as far as like love feels like a relief when you do it in their love language, right? Like if my man told me to go sit down, he take the baby, he says go sit down. I got the bedtime tonight. You do? Okay, what? Or if he says like, I'm gonna do the dishes. I'm very stubborn about my dishes. I always tell him, no, I got it. Don't touch the dishes. But when those couple of times when he has done it recently, I'm like, no, I want to do the dishes the way that I want to do the dishes. Nobody knows how to clean the dishes right, and he's like, no, I'm gonna do it because you need to relax. Like you don't have to do everything, but I do because I'm gonna end up doing them over again because they're not as clean as I want them and need them to be. So it. But it's the fact that he's literally telling me like, go sit down. I got it. Go chill. He never says that verbally, but his actions say it. you know, which I can appreciate when he does it. The second example is love feels like being seen beyond being a mom. For example, so if my partner sees me as a woman, sees me as a dreamer, sees me as an artist, for me, that that experience hits differently because that love hits differently because you're not seeing me as your daughter's mom. You're not seeing me as your woman. You're seeing me as the woman that I am, that I was created to be, that I was put here on this earth to be, the dreamer that I am, and the artist, the poet, the creator that I am. And that means a lot. To be seen by someone means a lot. I make it my business to let people know that I see them. Everybody don't always return the favor. Everybody don't always return the compliment. However, I do my best to make sure people feel seen, heard, and loved. And maybe because I want people to do the same for me, I don't know, but um, it just matters. It hits differently. You know, moms experience love differently when their partner um, sees them beyond just being a mom. The third thing is love feels like shared responsibility. Now, listen, I know I'm not talking as loud. I'm not as animated as I normally be, but it's because I don't want to wake up that baby. I'm not. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke. But we'll be live on another video. Um, but love feels like a shared responsibility instead of a one-sided thing. So what do I mean by that? I mean as far as like you don't feel like you're carrying all of the emotional and mental weight. Like your partner is gonna come through and say, "I got you on this part. I understand you on this part. Let's work on this part." You're not the one who's always initiating. And I know for some people that can be difficult if they've never been taught that. But when you have someone who's literally sharing that level of responsibility in your relationship, it hits different. It just hits different. All right. Fourth, love feels like emotional safety. It feels calm. It feels like you don't have to protect yourself. It feels like you don't have to run. You don't have to avoid. And I think for moms in particular, um, it hits different when we want to we're so used to making a home out of out of nothing, making a house. What how do they say it? We're so used to making a place feel like home that we want someone to be our emotional home. Okay, so when someone becomes just that, it becomes our safety. It becomes our safety. I feel like I want to do a different video on this stuff, but we're just talking briefly about it. In the conversation, the title of this is Kitchen Talk, Love, Effort, and Stuff We Don't Admit, right? So in this case, love feels like emotional safety and calm. The fifth one, the last one, sorry, I'm a little sleepy. It's late. I just wanted to bake these brownies for my man for Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow in an hour or so. Um, the fifth one is love feels intentional. Like they remember your favorite snack, they remember your favorite song, they remember like what happens when you feel stressed or triggered, and they help you before that happens or while it's happening. Um, they know when you have a need for quiet. They know when they just know and they see it and they recognize it and they help you get through it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the most important thing about relationships that we don't fully address, honestly. Hold on, let me see something. How much time we got? 8.5 minutes. I am so sleepy. It's way past my bedtime. I don't normally be up this late, but I had to get the baby in the bed and I decided to make these brownies. There's one more point, the fourth point. The unspoken rules of long term love. So we know there are like basics and specifics of relationships, like respect, space, humor, and attraction maintenance. And those things can be broken down into separate categories on their own. But I feel like as women and as moms, um, these rules or long term, care um, topics are deep because we take them seriously. So when our mate takes them just as serious, it hits different. It hits different for us. So we can get into each one on a different live as time goes on when I'm not as tired. But I would definitely say that as moms, love doesn't always feel like butterflies, right? Like these kids be running us raggedy. These kids be taking up all our time. They be wanting to follow us, shadow us, be on our chest for boob milk. It's just different, right? So you often find it difficult to have some type of identity. And if you are rediscovering your identity as a mom, which is what's happening most of the time, that means that your partner is also relearning you. You see what I'm saying? So I know that in long term relationships in general, you're constantly relearning each other, right? On the journey. But when you become a mom, when you become a parent, it hits different because our brain chemistry literally changes. Our brain size literally changes. So it takes understanding on our partner side to say, hey, she's struggling in this area. Let me have more grace. Let me help her on some things. Let me not make it harder for her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a big deal. You know. So the love, effort, and stuff we don't admit. Um, as moms, as women, I don't know if it's the same for men. Men will have to chime in on this on them for themselves, but for women, it hits different because there are certain layers, and if you really want to get to know a woman who's also a mom, you have to break down the layers. You have to take the time to break down and learn her as time goes on. So these brownies that I'm making this late night right now is not just me wanting to make the brownies, because trust me, I'd rather be in my bed sleeping while this little girl is asleep. I prefer that. However, if I'm up making brownies for my man, that must mean something. And you would have to be, as a partner, you would have to know and see. She actually stood up when she could be sleeping. Like I heard her saying she was tired. She stood up making me some brownies. Like, you see what I'm saying? It must mean something to her. I must mean something to her that much for her to stay up and risk her sleep, knowing she a mom, to make me some brownies. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? So if you have a woman who's like, yeah, who's feeling you in that way, oh my gosh, y'all see that? Y'all see that cake like brownie? Why I gotta have that little bump in the middle though? That's so ugly. I still got like 4 minutes left on that. Let me get my toothpick ready. But if you got somebody who's giving you that type of love and consideration, just show them as much support and love that you can, because it's not easy. We all, yes, are carrying our own thing, but definitely make sure that you are showing her support. I only got 2 toothpicks left in here. Damn. So let me show y'all what I got for my man. My little camera thing is all messed up now. It's all good. I got like 3 more minutes and some change on here. I just wanted to do something real simple for my man. Men aren't celebrating doing Valentine's Day like that. Most of the time it's us women. My man mentioned something about, you know, he used to like to color, and when he was young, It relaxed him. And having a stressful job, you need something that's gonna relax you, right? So I got him these right here. I know it looks childish as hell. Don't it look childish? And I got this other one, this funny one about men, that I want to order. I saw it that I think he would love and laugh at. But he loved two color when he was younger, so I'm gonna give this to him, and um I'm gonna have like some brownies, a thing of brownies for him with that. And call it a day. Say happy Valentine's Day. So you probably like, well, what did he get you? Did he get you anything? I know he got you some stuff. He gave me the leeway to get me some wine. Okay. Um, he got me some wine basically, and I was able to get me some wine today. Had like some great conversation that's gonna help me with some future projects. So he's supportive in that way as far as like sponsoring me, I guess, if you want to say, for lack of better terms, when it comes to that stuff, which is really important to me because I'm an artist, so we need that level of support as well. Um, but I wanted to take the time to just make something sweet for him. We both enjoy sweets, but I haven't made any brownies. I made a cake 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I don't know when. Don't ask me, child. The mom brain is going crazy. But I'm up making Valentine's Day brownies because I love him, and that's just that simple. And if you love somebody, then you should share it, and tell them that. Hey, I got these like, I don't know if y'all can see these. Semi-sweet morsels, as they call it, to put into the brownies. I didn't want to put that because I feel like it would have been too chocolatey. But I also got these Hershey Kisses that I'm gonna put on top of it. Okay, where'd it go? I got these right here. That I'm gonna put on top of the brownies. Kisses for Valentine's. Okay, baby. But anyway, the brownies are gonna come out pretty soon. I might just end up putting a picture on our post area, and you guys can see how it turned out. Or I might forget because mom brain is real, and it's only 12 seconds left before I take this out. So thank y'all for tuning in and staying with me. I know y'all probably like, this video dry as hell. Listen, I'm usually way more upbeat and animated. There it is. Usually way more upbeat and animated, but I'm so exhausted right now. And I still showed up. So if you guys are making content, if you want to make content and you're like, I never have time, trust me, I never have time. I'm a whole poet out here, and I struggle with having time to write my poetry, create a video recording my poetry, and then putting it out on social media. It's a lot. And I have three other pages on YouTube, as well as I got my IG and all of that stuff. So trust me, I understand. But we put in love where we see it's needed most. So in this case, I am going to take out these brownies. And yes, I still got on my lumberjack pajamas that we wore for Christmas, which I never did post the videos for. I mean the pictures for, but it was nice. Let's go ahead and check these brownies real quick. And I got the cover for it, so yeah. All right, y'all want to see it with me? Make sure you guys go to the top right and like the video, as well as subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more. We're going to be talking about some generational stuff. We're going to be talking about some You know, learning how to be the best moms and parents we can be, and learning how to be the best mate we can be. It's gonna be a lot. All right, y'all want to see what I'm doing? Hold on. So I'm sticking a toothpick. Okay, it's pretty clean, as you can see. You gotta test to see if it's clean. Um, so I just gotta wait for it to cool off, and we good to go. Oh, let me throw these eggshells away. So that's it, y'all. I'm so tired, and my daughter's gonna be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I need to be making my way downtown, walking fast. Y'all know how the song goes. Thank y'all for tuning in with me tonight. I hope y'all have a great Valentine's Day. I hope you, and if you, whether you single or not, love on yourself too, cause I'm even gonna be loving on myself tomorrow. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I don't know what I'm gonna do to my hair. I don't feel like taking my hair out yet, but I'm gonna be loving on myself a little bit tomorrow. Get some love from my man. Get some love from my baby, and call it a day. It's just another day. I mean, you can celebrate it if you want, but it's a day. Celebrate every day. Celebrate every day as if it's your last. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope y'all are well and take care. God bless and stay focused. Peace.